For our previous lesson 5 part 1, we learned two variations of Korvai Adabu. We learned two variations of Korvai Adabu. In that lesson, I have explained to you what is the meaning of Korvai Adabu. The meaning of Korvai Adabu. Korvai, I have already explained in that particular lesson. Korvai means in Tamil a chain. A chain of different variations of body movements, foot position, foot movements, hand gestures, hand movements, neck positions, face movements, and eye glance movements are involved. Even though you can see in our lesson 2 part 1, lesson 2 part 2 and lesson 3 and lesson 4, we can see all these movements together. Even though we can consider those adabus also as Korvai, because different movements are involved, different foot positions are involved, different body positions are involved, different hand gestures are involved, different hand positions are involved, different eye glances are involved, different face positions are involved, neck positions are involved. All these are there in those adabus also. But under the category of Korvai Adabu, when we consider this as a separate form of Adabu or separate category of Adabu, this particular category of Adabu series, we have 7 variations. Among the 7 variations in our previous lesson 5 part 1, we had studied 2 variations. For this particular lesson today, we will study the 3rd and the 4th variation of Korvai Adabu. Korvai Adabu is a separate category. Even though so many other adabus we have lot of movements and Korvais together, but we are considered under a separate topics. Even though you can find different movements are there, foot positions are there, hand positions are there, hand gestures are there, body positions are there, sthana positions are there, full mandi sthana position also there, arrowmandi sthana position also there, samasthana positions are there, Prinkada mandala positions are there, swastika mandala positions are there, and different foot positions are there. But yet, when we consider under the topic of a particular lesson called Korvai Adabu, this particular category categorized into 7 variations. Earlier in our previous lesson 5 part 1, we had studied the 2 variations of the Korvai Adabu. Today we will study the 3rd and the 4th variations of Korvai Adabu. Now I will explain to you how to do this step. First of all, I will explain to you the step, how to do the footwork. Foot position, footwork, leg movements and leg position. First of all, we have to adapt the arrowmandi sthana position. This is the arrowmandi sthana position with and mandala sthana position. It would be like this. Ta, tai, tam, dit, tai, tam. Ta, tai, tam, dit, tai, tam. I adapted arrowmandi sthana position. When I face the back side, I adapted the mulumandi sthana position. When at the end, I adapted the samasthana position, straight standing position. Once again, I will show you how to do the legs. It would be like this. Ta, tai, tam, dit, tai, tam, ta, tai, tam, dit, tai, tam. Tak, tai, tam, dit, tai, tam. Tak, tai, tam, dit, tai, tam. This is the foot position for this step. Once again, I will explain. It would be like this. Tak, tai, tam, dit, tai, tam. 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 These are the positions we are adapting for this step. Now I will explain to you the hand gestures for this, along with the footwork, foot position, leg movements and leg position. It would be like this. Tak, tai, tam, dit, tai, tam. 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 See that you have noticed I adapted the sigaran for both hands. For the initial stage, I adapted the sigaran. Then I adapted the patakam for both sides. But which side I am stretching the leg out, for that Trinkana Mandala Sthana position, I am turning the patakam. Tak, tai, tam, dit, tai, tam. Tak, tai. When I say I am adapting the swastika tirpatakam. This is tirpataka hand gesture. This is tirpataka hand gesture. The crossing position at the wrist level is known as swastika tirpataka hand gesture. That is double tirpataka hand gestures facing against one another. Not facing together, facing against one another. This crossed position is known as swastika tirpatakam. When I face the back side, I am using the tirpadaha hand gesture. Swastika tirpadaha hand gesture, I am using it. That this is tirpadaka, this is tirpadaka. Both the hands I am using tirpadaha hand gestures. But this tirpadaha hand gestures at the wrist level, both are in a crossed position. Both you can see in the manner of crossed level, but in an opposite level they are facing. They are facing in opposite positions. This is called swastika tirpatakam. When this is one tirpatakam, my right hand I am holding the tirpatakam, left hand I am holding the tirpatakam. When both the tirpatakam hand gestures are crossed position is known as swastika tirpataka hand gesture. When I face the back side, I am keeping the swastika tirpataka hand gesture like this. When I face it, see like this way. Here I am facing the swastika tirpataka. When at the end I am keeping the hands at Trinatya Aramba Sthana position like this at the shoulder level by keeping the Tirupadaha hand gesture for both hands. But in some dances they use at the end with Patakam. Both are correct. Small variations you can find in different dance illustrations by different dancers. But this is correct, this is incorrect, we can't say, but both are correct. Both the ways are correct. The small variations could be noticeable, but both are same. Now I will explain the fourth variation of Korvai Adavu. Now I will explain the fourth variation of Korvai Adavu. This Korvai Adavu is also consisting numerous positions. This particular Korvai Adavu, like other Korvai Adavus, earlier Korvai Adavus, is also consisting numerous positions. But for this particular Korvai Adavu, we are adapting Araimantisthana position and Samasthana position. That means straight standing position. Samasthana position means the straight standing position. Araimantisthana position means that it is the sitting position. Half sitting position. Now I will explain the fourth variation of Korvai Adavu. The Korvai Adavu, see, it will be like this. Tak, tai, tam, dit, tai, tam, tak, tai, tam, dit, tai, tam, tak, tai, tam, dit, tai, tam, tak, tai, tam, dit, tai, tam. This is the way we have to do it. I will explain the fourth variation of Korvai Adavu, the footwork, foot position, leg work and leg movements. It would be like this. Ta, tai, tam, dit, tai, tam, ta, tai, tam, dit, tai, tam. Tam, dit, tai, tam, tak, tai, tam, dit, tai, tam. Now I will explain hand gestures, hand movements, footwork and foot position for this step. It would be like this. Tak, tai, tam, dit, tai, tam, tak, tai, tam, dit, tai, tam. Tak, tai, tam, dit, tai, tam, tak, tai, tam, dit, tai, tam. This is the footwork, foot position, leg movement, leg work and body position for this Adavu. You can notice that I have used Sikharam for both hands, Patakam when I stretch it as how I used for the third variation. It would be like this. Tak, tai, tam. show you. It will be like this. Ta, tai, tam, dit, tai, tam. Here I use siharam and pataka. When I turn to the back side, as how I used the swastika tirpatakam, I used it. Like this way. Tak, tai, tam, dit, tai, tam. Tak, tai, tam. Again I am in the samasthana position, but for both hands I am using the patakam hand gesture. Again I will do it for the 2 times I will do it. For the second time also I will repeat the same. When I stand, after turning from the back side, when I face the front side, I am holding the patakam at Natya Arambhasthana position. That means the stretched shoulder level, both arms. I am keeping both the arms are at the shoulder level. This is called Natya Arambhasthana position.